Part two. So Jimenez and Salcedo introduced the idea of elitist bilingualism and minority bilingualism and highlight the paradox that France puts forth a lot of effort to teach students a foreign language and create bilingual citizens, and at the same time does not recognize the linguistic capabilities of migrant students. So elitist bilingualism therefore involves the major international languages such as English and German, and minority bilingualism relates to minority or immigrant languages. So in this context, it's natural that a migrant student might feel that they are unable to bring their entire selves to school and subsequently miss out on learning using all of their linguistic capabilities. Some of the conclusions that I've drawn from the research are that there's a significant relationship, one, between how the French approach to language education policy and how educators see and value other languages and their pupils. So additionally, and to restate my thesis, the research supports that French, as well as other major European and international languages, are generally valued and promoted over migrant languages that already exist in France, which can have implications in terms of student perception of school and themselves, as well as their level of achievement. Some of the solutions to this issue, which have been put forth and are present in the research, include creating programs of language awareness, which build certain strategies into the curriculum and build the pedagogy of the teacher. So likewise, Smythe discusses a relatively new movement toward language inclusiveness, which is calling for the inclusion of migrant languages in the curriculum. It's a movement with the goal of increasing academic engagement and achievement for migrant children. It's clear from the contemporary research that there's sort of a backlash towards the assimilationist nature of the language policy in France, as well as the deficit mindset toward migrant languages. So my lingering questions, which include possible lines of future inquiry, are related mostly to the lack of data present and the problem that brings forth. So the lack of data present for how these students perform in school, and that's due to the fact that ethnic and linguistic data is not always collected in school, because like I said earlier, it's seen as something that would differentiate students from each other. So this makes it difficult to study the topic because the implications are not always supported with concrete data. So with assimilation and equality, or égalité, being so ingrained in the Republic as well as the school system, it seems that qualitative research is really going to need to take the driver's seat in this endeavor. So I'm curious how French researchers will draw on research from other countries to inform their own qualitative research. And I'd be curious to know which countries are perceived as successful in implementing an inclusive and aware language policy in public schools. Thank you so much.